Hi everyone, it's Scott from Sidescrollin here, and I'm coming to you with an unboxing and playtest video of this little doohickey right here. So for those of you who don't know what this is the Mayflash Nintendo 64 controller adapter for the Switch. So this little device here, if it works, promises to allow me to hook up not one but two legitimate Nintendo 64 controllers and plug this into my Switch to play the Nintendo 64 library on the Switch. This also apparently hooks up to a PC, so you can even configure it on a PC as well. But yeah, so I got this. I sort of sort this out. So if you've seen this channel before, you might have noticed Jamie did his own unboxing and playtest of the official Nintendo 64 controller for the Switch that Nintendo released shortly around the time that they released the Nintendo 64 library for the Switch. And yeah, you can check out the video right here. If you're looking for more information on it and see how Jamie went with it. But his review is generally favourable of it. His only real sort of gripe was the sort of $80 price tag it has here in Australia. And yeah, so for, I don't know, call it greed or laziness, for probably both really, but Nintendo, when they released their library of Nintendo 64 games, they didn't actually update the controller mappings on those games to reflect the two joystick controllers that is standardized amongst video gaming nowadays. So they just gave us the wrong, and then they sort of pushed their own re-release of the Nintendo 64 controller onto us. And some games, as Jamie said in his video, didn't work terribly well with modern controllers. Some needed significant remapping just to get them to a button remapping, just to get them to a playable state, let alone feel really good and play really well. So yeah, but so you know, me being me, having like pretty much no money at all. And also not looking to buy into that sort of greedy aspect of some video game companies, I decided to look for a cheaper route and come across this third-party adapter. So this third-party adapter allows me to plug my Nintendo 64 controllers in like that, 2 slots. So effectively, this cost me about $32. So two of these hooked up to the USB ports of the Switch will allow me to actually play, if this works, allow me to play 4-player Mario Kart, 4-player GoldenEye with the authenticity of a proper Nintendo 64 controller with all of its powdery joystick glory. So anyway, I'm just gonna jump into it and see how this thing goes. So but first I'll show you a little unboxing, what it comes in, what it comes with. It's really simple, and yeah, we'll go from there. See you guys at the end.
Okay, so here we have the box for the Mayflash Nintendo 64 controller adapter for the Switch and Windows. So looking on the back, it's got bit of a diagram on how to connect it all. So let's open this bad boy up and see what we get. So it's quite a light box. Okay, so there's the device right there, and here's the instructions. So just focus in there, have a little look in the instructions. Oh, so it's got some diagrams and seems to be actually pretty not too bad with setup. There's a quick setup guide in there. Oh, there's some configuration stuff. So we'll maybe look at that later. So onto the device itself. So it's just a very lightweight box here. As you can see, it only has a few buttons on top. It's USB powered, so it connects to like the side ports of the Switch. It's got the Nintendo 64 control adapters for players 1 and 2, and yeah, it's got a home button and turbo buttons for 1 and 2 players. So yeah, not much else on the back. It's kind of pretty straightforward, really. So looks good. So let's give it a go.
All right, so here we go. So I've got the Mayflash Nintendo 64 controller adapter plugged into my Switch. I've got my 64 controller plugged into the adapter. So let's see how it goes. So right now I'm controlling the Switch with the regular Joy-Cons. And I'm going to fire up a little bit of GoldenEye. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I've got the Nintendo 64 adapter switch to Switch mode because it can actually connect to PC as well as the Switch. So well, hopefully this will mean that yeah, we'll get to see some action on it. Okay, so it says 2 controllers are connected. Settings, let's see. Alright. So let's see. So I'm just trying to see if the instructions state anything about how to play once you get going. So let's see. Okay, so holding start is the equivalent to the home button. All right, nothing's happening so far. Let's just jump into the game. Game selection. Let's see. Now, it says there's 2 controls, right? Let's have a look. All right. Let's see. Okay, so I'm actually okay. All right, so that's interesting. Okay, so A and B buttons are switched on this thing. So the B button on the 64 controller is actually A, and B and A on the 64 controller is actually B. All right, so let's see how this does. Let's see how this goes. Okay, wow, okay. So, actually, I want to know if there's a way to, I think there is an actual way to switch this so that A is actually A and B is actually B. Let's see. Okay, to switch A and B, to switch A to A, B to B, press and hold the start and right D-pad for 3 seconds, okay. Alright, let's see. There we go. Alright. This is, let's give it a shot. Pardon the pun. Alright, let's just jump straight in. Okay. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is, wow, this is fucking awesome. This is actually... This is actually awesome. So all the buttons are mapped correctly. Yeah, like none of the buttons are confused anymore after I've fixed that. Yeah. After I fixed that little little doohickey, and this is amazing. This is actually working. Like, I had my doubts, you know, because as you know, as with getting anything third party, that you know promises some revolutionary fix. It's yeah, it's usually, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But this is great. So yeah, you're sort of limited to, well, not limited, I guess, but it's, you know, it's how durable your 64, how good a condition your 64 controls. So yeah, this is actually working out pretty fucking well. And like one of the best parts is the fact that this thing can actually connect up to 2 controllers at once. So I'd be very interested in giving that a go. But so far, this is like this feels like the real deal. This feels like it's yeah, that I'm just playing this on the 64. Yeah, it feels like I'm just playing this on the 64, which is great. This is really great. Ooh, my car. Yeah, I was, you know, I've been hearing a lot of sort of. Oh my goodness. How many bullets do you want to fucking take to the head, man? Jesus, you two are very heavy-headed. Very thick-headed. So yeah, this is working out fucking great. Still just getting a feel for the girl. But yeah, I have to say this is turning out to be a fantastic purchase for this is, yeah, I have to say this is turning out to be a fantastic purchase actually. I'm really liking this at a fraction of the cost of the official Nintendo 64 controller for Switch. This is actually working out to be pretty fucking good. So yeah, this is turning out to be really good. Alright. So yeah. Wow. Oh my goodness, come on! It was practically blown your left arm off, your right arm off. Okay. Yeah, this is actually, yeah, this is, it just feels normal. This is just totally feeling normal. Yep, totally feeling normal. Yeah, totally feels normal. I'm in need of body armor real soon, and that I'm slowly dwindling through my ammo. Yeah, no, it feels great. This is just feels like a... Alright. I think that's it. Let's check out the old watch. Half my health down. Well, what's the objectives? Alright, I just gotta get the fuck out of here now. Yes. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, this has actually worked out pretty fucking amazing. Yeah. Here we go. Bungee jumping down. Woo! Alright. So the setup for this thing didn't actually take very long at all. So let's go. So let's now let's see. So let's see, what are the controls? So the plus is meant to be the, so start is meant to be the start button, like the plus button, but it's not actually doing that. So let's see if I hold it down. Okay, so all right, so the instructions tell me that holding the start button on the Nintendo 64 controller will trigger the start menu, the plus button on the Switch controllers. It isn't actually doing that. So, and it could be two reasons. It could be a couple of reasons why. It's not mapped properly, or that I haven't got the latest sort of firmware on the adapter set up. So that's something I'll have to look into. But it's got a easy, let's see. Oh. It's got an easy sort of solution where I press that. And that. Let's see, so okay, yeah, not doing it. So what I can do is press the home button on the actual Switch controller, change the grip order to Switch controller first, USB controller second, and okay, so what I needed was a minus button. So the 64 controller wasn't at fault there. It was just that I needed a minus button. I need to be hitting the minus rather than the Plus button. So, all right. So I'm gonna give. Well, when Jamie tested his official Nintendo 64 controller, he played Mario Kart and a bit of GoldenEye. So I'm gonna do the same. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the grip order back to that. So, all right, let's see how this goes with a little bit of Mario Kart. Let's just do 100 cc. My boy Koopa Trooper ain't here in this game. It's another reason why Mario Kart 64 is not one of my faves. But we're just going to do the first track of Mushroom Cup just to see how it goes. I can't even remember the buttons. Okay, all right, well. All right. Okay, so I have not played a whole lot of Super Mario Kart. I played it, I finished it and everything, but come on, Donkey Kong, it's right on you. There we go. But I never play. I played it and finished it in its entirety back in the day, but when I borrowed it from a friend, I suppose. Spitting out. There we go. Wow, this is really responsive. I don't even know how to, if I drift boost it or not. I don't even know if you can drift boost. But yeah, I played Super Mario Kart 64 a bit when I borrowed it from a friend. I've never actually owned this myself. But it has been a very long time since I've actually played Super Mario 64. Mario, what are you doing, you little mongrel? Oh, shit. Oh, shoot him behind you. Okay. There we go. Yep, he careened into it. Okay. Okay, well, all right then. So yeah, that's my little test of the Mayflash Nintendo 64 controller adapter for Switch and PC. This adapter works great. It's despite the little bit of flaws with the fact that the buttons are mapped a little bit wrong, but it is literally just pressing and holding two other buttons at once for 3 seconds and it switches them. So yeah, I got the B on the B button and the A on the A button. Yeah, this is fucking fantastic. Yeah, and the other little hiccup of the it doesn't have all the buttons that the Switch controller does, not at all. And so there's no minus button, but there might be a way for me to be possibly able to map it by setting it so that 2 buttons can be pressed at once to signify the minus button being pressed. I'll have to look into that. It does state in its little manual. Its little manual is actually pretty good, but it does state in the little manual the layouts for the buttons for like if it's connected to a Switch or PC. And yeah, and it even states that it can have a firmware update necessary if you're needing it. But I think this is actually fucking fantastic. For $32, this cost me. That's right, $32. A hell of a lot better price wise than the Nintendo 64 official Nintendo 64 controller for the Switch. And yeah, and you know, I'm glad I'm glad I purchased it, took a chance on it, and gave it a go, because it's just been fucking awesome. And it comes with 2 controller ports. You know, you just need to provide the Nintendo 64 controllers, really. It comes with 2 ports, so essentially for the cost of 2 of these, which would be like $64, pardon the pun, 64. They worked that out well. For 2 of these, I could get all 4 controller ports going on Nintendo 64 games. That's 4-player GoldenEye for the cost of just 1 Nintendo official 64 controller for the Switch. I think that's pretty fucking awesome. And for some, it's not really an issue for me, since I don't stand that terribly far away, sit terribly far away from my consoles, only a couple of meters. But for some people, it might be a bit of an issue that because you're using legitimate Nintendo 64 controls, you're still going to have cable. So you're still going to have a cable strewn across the floor, and so having to watch out for that. It's not it's not a wireless controller or adapter or anything. But the adapter comes with a pretty decent length size cable on it itself. So if you do have a setup where your couch is quite far from the TV, it very well pretty much should be able to reach. Yeah. So it pretty much looks like it sort of doubles the length of a standard Nintendo 64 controller. But anyway, that's been absolutely fantastic, and I'm so glad I got it, and I very well might be picking up a second one if the opportunity comes for some 4-player on the 64 on the Switch. So yeah, well, that's it from me, and hope you all found this really informative and a good sort of test run, and help with, if you had any sort of qualms like I did about forking out for a official Nintendo 64 controller for the Switch. But if you're on a budget like I usually am, I think that was a fucking fantastic alternative. Anyway, that's it from me. Until the next time, keep on side scrolling. Bye.